humanoid has become far too cocky, far too full of himself. Time to take him down. Time for the machine to rule FM23. Take him down.
And so it's my turn, and I'm not too optimistic of getting a better result than the assistant manager. But we have to remain optimistic, and we do have a game plan for playing against Manchester United. What we know about them is they've got bags of pace, plenty of dribbling skills, good crossers of the ball. They will press us very, very hard. They have some very creative players in their team. But on the negative side, they're not very strong and their work rate is questionable. So with that in mind, we are going to start with a balanced mentality. And in possession, we are not going to focus our play anywhere. We're going to play fairly narrow so we can keep things very compact. We're going to play shorter passing with a slightly higher tempo. And so we hopefully will be offloading the ball before we can be caught in possession. We're not going to play out of defence for that reason. I don't want to be caught in possession just outside our penalty area and giving away silly goals from silly mistakes. And for that reason, I've asked the players to be more disciplined. We are not going to focus anything in the final third, but we are going to play for set pieces. I want to just try and make the most of every opportunity that we have and not try to focus the players too much on any particular one thing. We're going to hit low crosses because Varane and Maguire are very good in the air, so there's not much point. And we do have pace up front, so we want to use that pace. And so in transition, we are not going to counter-press. We're not going to go bombing around like headless chickens. We're not going to regroup either. We're not going to be giving space away. We're just going to not counter-press, and we're going to try and stay a little bit more disciplined when we do lose possession. When we have one possession, of course, we are going to counter-attack. We have plenty of pace up front. And to aid that, what I've done is I've asked the fullbacks to cross more often. We don't have a lot of pace. They're not great dribblers. And so when I don't want them bombing up and down the touchlines, I just want them to get to these positions and then start hitting crosses. And we've got plenty of pace up here, and we've got plenty of men going forward, and hopefully we can catch them on the counter-attack with that pace. I don't want the fullbacks dribbling, and I want the fullbacks actually to be holding their position as such, because they are going to struggle against the pace of Manchester United, and with that effect I've asked them to close down less so that they're not going to be skipped past and giving them opportunities. I really just want them to shadow the players on the wings, force them outside, and then hard tackle them and stop the crosses from coming in. The players up front Manchester United have are not very strong, so we need to be doing that. The midfield, I want them to tackle harder. I want to be in Manchester United's face, and these guys are going to have to do a lot of work, and they're instructed to tackle harder, close down more, and more of that. Just get in the face of these creative players. And out of possession, we are playing with a mid-block. Manchester United play most of their passing from this area of the pitch, so I want to engage them in this area of the pitch and have numbers here. We are going to play only with a standard trigger press. We're not going to prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. If it was David De Gea, I might consider that, but it's Henderson who's playing in goal for them. Tackling wise, we're just going to leave that, and we may need to use step up more if we find that their midfield creative players are getting too much space here. We may need to step up more and try to solve that problem that way, and definitely want to try to stop them crossing. And that's the game plan, really. I hope it works. I don't feel very much more optimistic of getting a result than the assistant manager got, but it's time for us to go and play. Let's go and kick some balls.